Hey, I've got a secret. Here it is. Trauma. Many of us with weight issues carry secret trauma. Today, I'm going to talk more about trauma. I don't want to carry it anymore. I'm going to peel it off. Let that trauma go. Let that trauma go. Gone. I wish it were so easy, and so do you. I spent the day rewatching a movie I saw 50 years ago. Literally 50 years ago. I was 26. It's just as brilliant and effective and powerful now as it was then. It's not an easy movie, but it's definitely worth your time, particularly if you have trauma. The movie is Tommy. It's a rock opera. It has Elton John in it, Tina Turner, Eric Clapton, Anne Margaret. Jack Nicholson was in it. It's an all-star cast. It's very powerful. I won't give away the plot, but it's still available. You can get it out there. It's troubling. It's stimulating. You may close your eyes. You may close your ears. Tommy is the story of the pinball wizard. You may all have heard Elton John sing the Pinball Wizard song. It's a very classic film, a very classic piece. And he does perform it in this movie. The story basically is about a young boy who was traumatized. I won't tell you how he was traumatized, but he became deaf, dumb, and blind on the spot due to certain kinds of abuse. The film is loaded with abuse. It will be triggering. If you can handle it, it will probably help you get in touch with some stuff. The other movie I mentioned is Ray. That's another movie about a young boy, Ray Charles. And this one's a true story. And very early in the film, we show Ray Charles down in the South, living in a poor family shack. His mother had him out in the yard watching his little brother who was taking a bath in a wash tub. And a little boy drowned on Ray's watch. And the film shows him going blind on the spot. Many think of it as psychological trauma, blindness. What did you not want to see? What could you not handle seeing? What could you not hold the guilt for? Even though he's just a little boy, he took it deep. Many of us have had shocking amounts of trauma. Many of us have tried to eat it away. I can tell you that I've been working on trauma about 60 years now. And I've pushed a lot of it off. If I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be able to talk to you today, that's for sure. I wouldn't be as comfortable as I am today. Now I'm teaming up this Inner Kid Keto program. Keto being a fabulous way to eat. I highly recommend this book, Change Your Diet, Change Your Mind, by Georgia Ede. She talks about the connection between the mental and the physical. And there's a recent video of her on a Diary of a CEO, if you want to catch that one. It came out a couple of weeks ago. I believe it's called, it's something about the psychiatrist. Anyway, you'll find it. When you watch the movie Tommy, if you have the courage to watch it, because it's hard, There is the arc of Tommy as a normal child, then an abused child, a blind child, and ultimately a recovered child and a recovered adult. And the key word they use for his recovery is intuition. So I put intuition out there. Intuition is something I rely on a lot. It's even how I make my living. I've been a professional spiritual counselor, intuitive counselor for 40 years. The trauma that I had did open my intuition. It was like, friend or foe, whose trauma, who's the danger? And so I got my third eye wide open. I have a dot here somewhere, I can't find it right now. When the Indians in India wear a dot on their third eye, that on their forehead, that signifies the third eye, which is connected to, I think it's the pineal gland, which is in the center of the brain. And the pineal gland produces melatonin, which is one of those hormones that helps us sleep. And some think that also has to do with serotonin. And sleep and serotonin is what they give us, the doctors give us in these brain drugs. Are you seeing there's some correlation? They're trying to give us what our body would effectively develop. So why am I talking about all this? Because intuitively, I am feeling more connected to my inner voice, more connected to my truth than ever before, eating clean like I am. I've talked before about being brain dirted by sugar and junk food. Now that I've left that out of my diet, my intuition is keener and stronger than ever. If you want higher intuition, more clarity, weight loss, to feel good, to possibly even get off antidepressants, feel more solid in your life, you too might want to consider the keto program. Now, I love the science, the doctors, the food, all that side of the program, but I am well aware that the feeling piece is what fuels the need to stuff it, bury it, hide it. That's why I'm working with the inner kid. That's why I have a team of experts, of intuitive people who are really wise about working with the inner child. And whenever you're ready, we're standing by to give you one-on-one support. Now, I also work with my guides and angels. I've actually made a painting of my guides. My guides often look like little monks with light for faces. That's why I call myself a light worker, because I really want to radiate light. My goal is to radiate light. Maybe we'll make this one into a postcard too, because we're starting to put those up on eBay for people to buy. So these are my guides. They tend to hover, huddle in like a football huddle and kind of just mentally pass messages to each other and pass messages to me. Now, for those who are more concerned about how I get information from the other dimension, I've asked Jesus to be my main guide. You already know I paint pictures of Jesus. I'm very connected. I speak to him every week with my Reverend daughter, Keith Klemstein, who channels Jesus and has written the book Spirituality for the Common Man, and has a church on Facebook, Sundays, 11:11 a.m. Eastern Time. Be the Christ Temple if you wanted to check it out. I attend every Sunday on Facebook at 11:11 Eastern to be part of her group there. So I'm probably getting a little too woo-woo for some of you, but maybe I'm hitting a zone for some of the rest of you. I don't believe I can be all things to all people. I know that if I tried to do that, I would fail completely. But what I've learned over the years, using my intuition, using my good mind, paying attention to what's out there on YouTube and in the world now, more and more science, more and more wisdom, I got a better life. I was born in 1948. I didn't see my first TV until I was 6. I didn't see my first color TV until I was a senior in high school. That's how old I am. So I've had a few years to notice what's out there, what works for me, what doesn't work for me. I fully plan to live to be at least a healthy, happy 100. Ever since I was 21, I decided I wanted to be a healthy, happy 100. And as you can tell by looking at me, I'll be 77 next month. I'm holding on pretty well. But now that I'm getting closer to that last quarter century, I really want to live it well. I want to live it without extra fat, without extra mental sluggishness. I want to live it with gusto, joy, passion, happiness, high self-esteem. If some of those goals mean something to you, come on in. Come on, be part of us. I've promised Spirit that I would post a new video every single day for a year. And we're only on video 18, so I got a while. And I can tell you another thing. These are not pre-plotted. Every day I wake up and I ask Spirit, what do you want me to talk about today? And I get marching orders from my guides, my angels, sometimes from Jesus. They'll say, well, remember this story, or think about that, or notice how that helped you. We want you to share this. I am not an ordinary YouTuber. This is not an ordinary channel. This space will grow. This community will expand. Those of you who vibe to what we're about here, come on in, you're welcome. I will give you enough tools, enough support for this next year, whether you buy one item I sell, or talk to one counselor, or do anything that doesn't involve just sitting and watching, you're going to gain a lot. I promise. Now, as Diary of the CEO says, I promise to do better and better, give you more and more what will be useful to you, because he's a really cool guy. I really admire him. He also asks people to subscribe. My lesson 15 that went out 3 days ago suddenly went bananas. We've got over 400 views on that one little video, where the others were like 12, 20, 18. That one's titled Brain on Fire. Maybe you need to see Brain on Fire. And then come on back and subscribe if you will. I'm not going to beg you. I got to give you real value or you won't come back. But I am going to do my very best to give you real value. I do think of all the keto information out there, this book is dynamite, because she's a psychiatrist, so she knows brain chemistry, and she has studied food, she has studied the brain, and she's put it all together better than anyone else I can see. This is not the fad stuff. This is the good stuff. So I'm sticking with her because I think she's got it right. All right, that's it for now. No begging, no promising. Just saying I'm doing my best here. And I know you are too. Thanks for showing up. For any of you who've already subscribed, God bless you. I appreciate it. It gives me encouragement. I'm going to do this anyway. I'm going to do it for a whole year because I promised God and I have a mission. And I suspect by the time we're done with the year, I will be thinner than I am now. And I suspect if you join us for a year, if it's your goal, you'll be thinner or healthier about your food than you are today. And that's worth some time. You matter. If your body's healthy, if your mind's healthy, hey, sky's the limit. God bless you. Keep coming back. I care. Bye for now.